Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. In today's video, we're talking about Shimmy Shimbeckler being back in Ann Arbor, plus McCarthy is a top 10 candidate for the Heisman Trophy. Also, a Michigan target, four-star quarterback in the 2025 class, is making his commitment today. I'll tell you Michigan's odds to land him and why Michigan will be landing the number 2 running back in the country. All that, and of course, I'm upset. Let's get right into it, and let's start with the first story, and that is Shimmy Shimbeckler, son of legendary Michigan coach Bo Shimbeckler, is back in Ann Arbor. He will be an assistant director of recruiting for the Wolverines, which is right up his alley, as he was an NFL scout for a number of years. Obviously, he has ties to the Michigan football program, as his father is arguably the greatest coach in Michigan history. Maybe not that arguably, but you know, I'm sure some people will argue that. So Shimmy Shimbeckler back in A2 where he belongs, and in the words of his past, of the late great Bo Shimbeckler, those who stay will be champions. Go Blue. Moving right along, at the time of this recording, Cutter Boley, the four-star quarterback in the 2025 class out of Lexington, Kentucky, had not yet made his college choice. However, I am here to tell you that it will not be Michigan. I got that on good standing that Michigan, of course, made the top 5, and Cutter is going to choose in a really cool way. He's got some custom Nike Air Force Ones of all of his top 5 teams. However, it is my understanding and on good authority that the University of Kentucky will be the landing spot for Cutter Boley. So congratulations to the Boley family and all the best to Cutter Boley. He was rated as the number 6 quarterback in the entire country, the number 72 overall prospect, and the number 1 player in the state of Kentucky in 2025. Moving along, before I get any further, I have to let everyone know to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. What are your comments on Shimmy Shimbeckler returning to A2? Do you have any comments on Cutter Boley choosing Big Blue, the other blue? Because, of course, it's Go Blue over here. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think of that. Obviously, Michigan's pursuit of Bryce Underwood, as well as some other top-level quarterbacks in the 2025 class, could have been the reason that Cutter Boley chose what he chose. But let's get right back to it. 24/7 released their updated 2023 Heisman odds, and McCarthy made the top 10 there at plus 1,800. He is in the number 10 spot, sharing that spot with former Michigan quarterback and now Tennessee quarterback Joe Milton. I know that people do not agree with that. I do not. However, obviously Joe Milton has arm strength like nobody else. He is a massive human and things like that. However, McCarthy is McCarthy. That being said, that's not even the one I'm most upset about, because the Heisman odds have Kyle McCord, the presumed, I guess, starter for the other state, with plus 16 odds, ahead of McCarthy with plus 16 odds. He shares those odds with Quinn Ewers, the quarterback out of Texas, Sam Hartman, the transfer from Wake Forest to now Notre Dame, and Jaden Daniels, of course, the quarterback at LSU. So it is a logjam at the number, I guess that would be 7 spot technically, since or 8 spot, because Milton and McCarthy share the 10 spot. And then going on up the list, Bo Nix at plus 1,400 rather. Bo Nix, of course, is somebody's grandfather. He's been playing college football since I can remember. So there's that. Michael Penix Jr., a former Big Ten quarterback, now playing for the Washington Huskies at plus 1,200, along with Drake May of North Carolina and Jordan Travis of Florida State. All three of those guys at plus 1,200. And then last year's winner, Caleb Williams, is the overwhelming favorite at plus 450. So let me know in the comment section what you think of JJ being plus 1,800 along with Joe Milton. Do you think that's too low for JJ? Do you think someone else should be on the list, i.e. Blake Corum? I mean, it's kind of disrespectful in my opinion. I think both JJ and Blake Corum can be on this Heisman odds list. Let me know in the comment section what you think, though. Moving right along. In other news, Michigan basketball took a hit as it appears Caleb Love will not be able to join the Wolverines. He decommitted yesterday. Love, of course, former 5-star guard, transfer from UNC, apparently has some admission issues, and this is like a broken record at this point for Michigan, not just basketball but football as well, but specifically for basketball. Just in Juwan Howard's tenure, transfers of Noel Eastern, Terrence Shannon Jr., obviously Papa Conte had some admission issues and had to decommit, and that's all under the eye of Juwan, or the watch of Juwan Howard. So it's a tense situation, to say the least, with Michigan admissions being super strict. Obviously, the word is the more credits there are to bring over, the less likely they all get kept at Michigan. At least that's what CBS Sports' Matt Norlander wrote. So it is a crazy situation right now. I know some people who obviously are blaming Juwan Howard because he's the head coach. He has to know about these things, right? About the admissions for Michigan, and to put these players, to continue to put these players in that position kind of sucks. But also, Greg Waddell brought up a decent point too, about Juwan Howard and his tenure here. He's putting 2 high school recruits per year on average in the NBA, right? If you want transfer, he's trying to get them. He's trying to get transfers, but the school won't admit them. They won't muster up money from donors to keep stars, i.e. Hunter Dickinson leaving for Kansas. So there are many problems along the within the Michigan basketball program, and it's not helping Juwan Howard, but also Juwan Howard has put himself in a position where people want him to win anyway. So I don't know exactly what this is going to mean. Obviously, the backcourt now is in a bit of flux. Doug McDaniel, the sophomore guard, is still there. They do have graduate transfer Jalen Llewellyn, and then incoming freshman George Washington III. But right now, it is a shaky situation for Michigan, especially in that backcourt. But we'll keep you updated as more information becomes available on this. Moving along. Now let's get to why we came here. Obviously, Taylor Tatum, the number 2 running back in the country out of Texas. Michigan does have the only crystal ball right now, I believe, or at least there was a prediction early. It wasn't a crystal ball, a prediction early for Michigan to land Tatum. Now it looks like that will certainly happen, and let me explain a little bit why I believe this is the case. According to sources, right? Can't give you all my sources, but according to sources, after speaking to the Texas coaching source, he believes that USC isn't as high on Tatum as it once was. It appears that the Trojans' focus is currently on 4-star Christian Clark, which is great for Michigan, obviously. And that coach also believes that Tatum is heavily trending to Michigan. So That is the word on the curb from Texas. And then on the Georgia side, Georgia obviously just landed the number 1 quarterback in the 2024 class in Raiola. And they were also recruiting Taylor Tatum pretty heavily, but it appears that they are in a similar situation where they have kind of cooled on the Tatum recruitment for maybe some easier targets. According to the Georgia site, they are targeting Christian Clark as well and Nate Frazier. So the Bulldogs have a couple of targets outside of Tatum. Obviously, you look at Michigan, and they did pick up the commitment from Ohio running back, the number 1 running back in the state of Ohio, Jordan Marshall. But Marshall, who appears not to be afraid of competition, is actively recruiting Taylor Tatum. And Taylor Tatum himself, who isn't afraid of a little competition, has said that he would love to be a part of the 1-2 punch of him and Jordan Marshall, which is a great thing, again, for Michigan, because both of those guys behind the 2-time defending and hopefully 3-time defending Joe Moore award-winning offensive line, with all the damage that Michigan did in the on the recruiting trail for 2024 along the offensive line, the transfers along the offensive line. Those guys running behind that offensive line would be something special. And of course, Michigan can pull that off, and I believe that they will. So let me know in the comment section what you believe. Do you believe Michigan will land Taylor Tatum? And if they do you think that they hold on to both Taylor and Jordan Marshall? Let me know in the comment section. While we're at it, let me know in the comment section who your favorite Michigan running back of all time is. I'm going to give you mine. I'm going to go kind of old school here and say Tyrone Wheatley. Tyrone Wheatley was a big power back for Michigan. He ran the football hard, of course, and then he went on to the NFL to play for my favorite NFL team, the Oakland Raiders. At the time, Oakland Raiders. They are now the Las Vegas Raiders, of course. So my favorite Michigan running back of all time, Tyrone Wheatley. Let me know in the comment section who yours is. We have reached that time in the video where I must bid you adieu, but before I do, I'm going to give some Triple M shout outs, so prepare yourself. M shout out number 1 is going to Lost in the Sauce, who said last video that his favorite Michigan quarterback of all time was Denard Robinson. Can't be mad at that. Can't go wrong with Shoelace. So shout out to you, Lost in the Sauce. You are officially a madman. Moving on to shout out number 2. We're going to give that one to The New Life. Shout out to you, The New Life. You are officially a Maize madman. And last but certainly not least, we're going to give the final one to, and this is crazy because you know how I feel about the other state, but this is somebody who patronizes the channel, asks some decent questions, so I got to give it to him. Big Buckeye. Actually, we're not giving Buckeyes the Maize. You can't be a Maize madman. You can't be a madman. What am I thinking? I'm moving on. Gabe Schwatala, you are officially a madman. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for your support. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those sites at Maize Madman. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button here. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be on Week 0 podcast giving my Big Ten predictions. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you tune in over there. And of course, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. We're about to go through